Hey guys, it's Gabriel. So today I wanted to talk about the TEFL course that I took through Oxford Seminars. The experience that I had with this program, it turned out so much better than I ever could have hoped for. If you're someone who's thinking about taking a TEFL course, I would highly recommend that you do it through Oxford Seminars. I actually took mine in Washington, D.C. at George Washington University, and I had the best time. And not just me, my classmates had a great time too. Today's video is kind of like a little bit of a love letter for my classmates and my teacher. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to share my experience and talk about how I personally felt about the class. It was a 3-weekend course, Saturday and Sunday. Every day was about 9 hours with 2 15-minute breaks and 1 45-minute lunch break. So I go in on the first day. I'm pretty nervous. Actually, the night before classes started, I could not sleep. And I was just really nervous about what the group was gonna be like, what I was gonna be put through. And it was kind of one of those situations where, you know, everybody that knows me knows that I'm actually a really shy person. The idea of going to a class where I'm taught how to speak in front of a class and how to basically manage a classroom on my own, it was definitely nerve-wracking. So I couldn't sleep the first night before, and I had to wake up really early because I'm driving from Richmond to go all the way up to Washington, D.C. I would drive up and I would take the metro from Springfield to Foggy Bottom, which is George Washington. I get to the classroom and I walk in and I instantly feel like a sense of peace. That normally doesn't happen, especially on a first day. Normally I'm nervous like throughout the whole thing, but I go in and I kind of feel like a little extroverted. I don't know what it was, but it was just like the classroom environment. I just felt really good about it. So I started saying hi to people, and the teacher comes in and the class basically begins, and we start with introductions. Like even before we started, you could just look around the classroom and see how diverse everybody was. Everybody was different. We had Jamaican, we had Indonesian, we had African American, we had Korean, we had people from the Middle East, we had people who taught in Costa Rica, we had someone from South Dakota. It was like everywhere and anywhere that you can think of. Different races, different religions, different personalities, and it was just completely amazing. And I kept making jokes. Actually, after the first day, I posted on Facebook and I was like, CBS Big Brother, like, you need to get in contact with me because this is the perfect cast for season 18. Like, you just won't find a more diverse group than this. On that note, it was just amazing to start off with. So to go around the classroom and hear people tell their stories and share where they're from and some of their teaching experience, it was just really amazing. And by the end of the first day, 9 hours later, everybody just feels really comfortable. And personally for me, like when I drove home, I was really tired, but waking up the next day and doing it all over again, I found myself throughout the whole course, like just being so excited to go to class and just being ready to see these people again. And I remember on the first day, our teacher, Sonia Campos, she told us that her spring class had become so close with each other. They made like a Facebook group, and she was saying that, you know, they still keep in touch now. And I remember in the beginning, I think some of us were kind of like thinking, that's not gonna happen. But it 100% happened. And normally, like thinking back to high school, there were plenty of times where I would have like classrooms where there were less people. In this classroom, in this TEFL course, there was 13 students, including myself, and then the teacher, which made 14. And I remember I had this one classroom in high school. It was a creative writing class, and I felt so close to these people. And at the end, like I remember I gave out, or I had people sign a piece of paper. I was like, let's get everyone's email. Turns out I was the only one that felt that way. But coming from experiences where I'm usually the only person that's like, let's all keep in touch, I was genuinely shocked to see that people, like everybody felt the same way as me, and everybody felt gravitated towards each other, and we felt really close to each other, and it literally did become a family. By the 6th day, after we got our 60-hour certificates, we all went out to lunch together and we just had the best time. We were taking pictures and saying goodbye to our teacher and slowly making plans to see each other again. So it's just been an amazing thing, and I cannot say enough how much the family aspect of the classroom was brought on by our teacher, Sonia Campos. And so if you do end up taking this course, I highly recommend that you take it through her. From the very beginning, she kind of prompted all of us to try to really get to know each other, share our experiences, and be open to the whole process, because 6 days can go by really quickly. You know, the more you give in this classroom setting, the more you'll get out of it. And I feel like everybody in the classroom spoke as often as possible, gave their own experiences, including myself, which again, like, I'm not much of a talker, but I spoke every day in this class, and we ended up coming out with like a group of 13 other family members, so it's amazing. The way the course is set up, for the first 5 days, there's a little bit of lecture, there's a lot of discussion, there's plenty of activities that prompts you to get involved and encourages you to, you know, speak up. The second half of day 5 and then all of day 6, basically you're supposed to create a practicum, which is you developing a 20-minute lesson plan, and you basically perform that for the classroom. I feel like mine went pretty well. Granted, all of my students had to kind of act like they were children because mine was children beginner level. I was teaching them how to respond to the question, how's the weather? And they had to have to say like, it's rainy or it's sunny. And I brought in my laptop and I had them listen to like a couple of YouTube videos, and by the end of the class, like, it was kind of funny because some of the classmates were singing the songs from the YouTube video, so I was like, yes, it worked. I incorporated like some anime pictures and some superhero stuff, of course, because I'm always wearing superhero things. It felt really good to be able to teach and actually get that experience in the classroom setting and actually see like how well I could do leading a classroom, because there was a big part of me that was kind of nervous and worried about how I would actually be doing it, but once I got up there, like, the time went by so fast. I really enjoyed it. I don't know, it's really making me sort of step out of my own comfort zone, and that's a huge reason why also I decided to do this. Being a shy, like, introverted type of person, I do want to become a better adult and speak to more people and get more involved in just everyday life and not be scared to share my thoughts and opinions and, you know, let alone actually teach a classroom. Like, that would be really cool. This course for me has shown me that not only can I be successful stepping out of my own comfort zone, but also it kind of showed me that it's okay to kind of widen your circle of people that you know and to expose yourself to new faces and to new people and to new ideas and to open up your circle to anything and everything. Because for a long time, I think for the past couple of years, ever since college, I've kind of become stagnant as far as who I hang out with and who I talk to and who I share my feelings and thoughts with. It's kind of nice to see that with so many diverse people, everybody was open to hear the things that I had to say and to have conversations with me and for them to learn about me and for me to learn about them. And it kind of showed me that there's no reason why I should be scared to talk to new people and just get to know new people in general. And that's a huge lesson that I learned through all of this, and I'm glad that I did, and I'm 100% glad and thankful that I took this course. It's taught me that I'm capable of so much more of myself, and that what I've experienced through this classroom, I can kind of take to the next level and even go further and beyond what I've experienced here. So I'm so excited for the next journey that's coming up, and yeah, and I just wanted to say to my on-timers, to all of us, Kevin, Miguel, me, Zaliha, Sophia, Catherine, Sean, Moira, Bo, Michelle, Nabil, Ibrahim, Larry, and of course our awesome teacher, Sonia. We don't need each other now. We don't need the city, the creed or the culture now. I love you guys so much. I'm so happy and blessed to have met every single one of you. Sonia Campos, you are an amazing teacher. Thank you so much for bringing us all together and for having us all open up ourselves to each other. Thank you to my fellow students for being the best students ever and for giving as much as every single person gave in that classroom, because everyone really did work hard, and I think we all got something amazing out of it. So until next time I see you guys, and to all my YouTube viewers, I will see you guys later. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, please leave them down below, and be sure to subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Zuff678, and I will see you guys in the next video. Alright, bye. Beyond these walls, 'cause I feel I just have a lot of positive things to say about girls, and I think it sucks for girls to grow up thinking that there's certain things that they can't do. Certain girls are put under... Actually, I have a funny story about that. So, of all of the things that I showed today, the wrist thing is like so real for me. Obviously, it doesn't come alive and start